primary ignition.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Joeri and I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Olivier. I'm here to commentate.
And,
Hi, my name is Frans.
And Frans is also in the final. We're skipping to turn 2 of the finals here. It's Frans against Jens. 2 players from Utrecht, I think. Frans, are you from Utrecht?
I'm from Utrecht. And Jens actually is my regular opponent. So it was really nice playing against him in the final.
Nice. So Jens is flying in 2 IG-88s, a B and a C, with a whole lot of upgrades. And Frans is playing his, well, I think it's getting a regular list by now, a Suntir Fel with 5 obsidians. Is it your regular list, or is this a new tryout?
Well, I've played before, but during the regional season I actually didn't play it. I've played Tie Swarm and Rakvel, so a Decimator with Suntir Fel. But this was the first tournament in which we could use a new wave, including twin laser turrets, so I wasn't confident in bringing the Decimator.
Okay, yeah, of course.
So therefore decided to switch that to 5 obsidians.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see how that works out.
Yeah. And did you think about facing Jens in the finals? Was it something on your mind on the at the start of the tournament, or did it just happen?
Well, I know we play regularly, so I know Jens can play pretty good and he can make the finals. Didn't think at it during the tournament myself, so was already just trying to make the cut.
Yeah. Is it a problem that he's a friend of yours, or is it more fun to play against
Oh
friends
no,
in a match like this?
It's really cool playing the final against one of your regular opponents.
Yeah.
Also, did you plan ahead for these kinds of matchups? Because you can usually see the IGs up and about. Is this a list you, in your head at least, are prepared for?
I've played against IGs a couple of times, and in general you should be able to win with TIE fights, and definitely with Suntir Fel, especially as this is an untimed game. So basically if you can get one IG down and keep Suntir alive long enough, in the end game Suntir should be pretty much able to win always.
Okay.
And with TIE fighters against IGs, it's always hard. So most of the times it really depends on the first couple of shooting phases.
Yeah, because they get one shot quickly.
Yeah,
easily.
And if you can do a lot of damage then it can go pretty well. But I've had games where I had 5 TIE fighters shoot at range 1 at 1 IG and I only took 3 hulls off.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything, and I've got another game in which I one shot in one turn down an IG with 4 TIE fighters. So
exactly, it's still a dice game.
Yeah, it's a dice game, and also, well, the IG still has 3 dice, 4 hull, 4 shields.
True.
But in all, would you rather lose Suntir or 2 TIE fighters or 3 TIE fighters?
Oh, rather 3 TIE fighters.
Yeah.
As long as that one IG goes down, it's fine.
Fair enough.
So we're looking at the second round now.
Yeah, first shooting. And actually, well, all your ties survived. You only lost 1 hull.
1 hull on the
and
first one,
the IGs are, well, fine. They didn't lose anything. So let's see.
So what's your now? It's the second important turn is up. What's your plan now? Do you still remember this game good enough to know what you're thinking at this moment?
Well, there are 2 things. Jens has the option here to go left with his IGs to potentially block Suntir with 1 and shoot him with the other. That was afraid of. Yeah. And that's why 1 TIE fighter is the number 1 is moving 5 ahead just to block that potential turn.
Exactly.
And with the other ones, you just want to get at range 1.
Yeah.
And shoot.
Maximize damage output.
Yeah. And that's usually the turn. It's almost always already the pretty critical turn, just to get that first round of range 1 shooting.
Yeah.
And usually after and now you can fly in formation, and usually after the first round, the formation is gone and it will be everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're even, from what I'm seeing, what if the IGB would have done a Signor's loop? Were you planning on that working? Because from the way I'm seeing, he could.
No, I don't think that fits. But
There's
there's just
asteroid there, so
and there's no reason for the IG player to risk that.
Yeah, if he blocks, he's. But now he's also.
Because now he's blocked, but if you block him with a Signor's loop, he's also stressed.
Yeah,
And that limits options for the next turn.
yeah.
So the IG player usually goes in and next turn they can K-turn.
So do you know Jens well enough to know what he's gonna do, or does he? Can he still surprise you by
No,
playing 100 matches against each other?
we're going pretty far in second guessing. So he knows how I regularly play. So he bases his moves on that.
Okay.
Which I know. So
Yeah, you got it.
it's pretty much always hard.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that makes it fun.
Yeah, that makes the best match. Then.
but it also means that you actually go to like second or third level. Like I think that he's going to do what I'm
Especially-
thinking that he's
no,
going to
no.
do, and
Especially against Jens, that happens frequently.
doesn't that feel awkward? I would imagine if I played against the people I play a lot against, I think I know their tendencies, but I also know they know my tendencies, so they might pick up on that and try and exploit that.
No, I'm not thinking about it that much.
Okay. So first shots from Suntirfel
And
on the B, I think.
yeah, he's on the B, and he got 2 shields.
First damage already. Yeah, and I think this was already a critical turn.
Yeah,
Jens uses Glitterstim,
Mm-hmm.
which is the reason why he brought it, to
Yeah.
survive that first round in against TIE Fights. We'll see what happens.
but he
So
isn't.
this is the B shooting at one of the.
So now his TIE is Ajiza shooting.
And so far, well, that was one of your ties. It sadly left the battlefield.
Yeah, but it was about time.
Yeah. He got shot by 2 IG88, so they'll tend to.
They should be
break.
able to down a TIE one tie each turn.
So now the ties go open up.
Yeah, and I think
That's another 2 shields
Oh.
on the IGB.
yeah, this went really good for me.
Okay.
So he even while
Wow,
using his
nice.
Glitterstim, he's still
Gets 2
still
damage,
getting all those
shot.
damage.
Yeah.
Did you do you prioritize which IG you will take, or just whichever is first on the radar?
You always try to get IGB down first,
Okay.
Of course.
especially because then you've got Soontir versus C, and without the gunner ability, you can pretty much stand in front of it with 2 focus and evade and still survive
survive,
9 out of 10 times. But if he had flown C in front, and I had 3 range 1 shots on C, it would have been C.
It's more important to get
Yeah.
one down than which one. Yeah.
Because with the ties, you really have to do the damage on range 1.
Yeah.
On range 3, you don't hit anything, and on range 2, it can happen, but still harder.
So the B now only with 1 hull point left. That's a good position to be in, I assume, after the first round of shooting at range 1. How do you feel about the match now? Are you confident, or are you still being careful, or what's your next?
Well,
Step.
at this point, I am confident I can win the game, because
Mhm.
it was a pretty critical turn,
Mm-hmm.
but you always have to be confident.
Yeah. Okay.
You always have to be careful.
Yeah, of course.
So if you start playing like you think you're going to win, you always play bad.
Mm-hmm.
And as a total side question, how do you feel about the twin laser turrets? In the tournament, it was the
Yeah, there was a-
it was the most used upgrade in the tournament.
Oh, it
So
was?
a couple of
Yes.
matches.
I think they were good, and are good for the metagame. Before this, we really saw not a lot of different lists, And I think this was the first tournament there were a lot of different lists, so I like that a lot. A lot more ships on the table. And there were a couple of lists with 4 twin laser turrets, but they really aren't that good against everything.
No.
There are several ways to beat them. Actually played one in the semifinals.
we saw that match last time. Yeah.
So far I'm glad they're here.
Yeah, because you don't have a lot of new upgrades from this wave in your list, do you?
I don't think I have any.
No.
And I think the auto thrusters are one of the newest. I'm using. I think the rest, but that's what I really like about X-Wing. FFG makes sure that everything stays playable. And not just new stuff, and that shows really with this list.
Is this wave the end of the Brobots, or wow, you're seeing one Brobot list now doing the final? So
no, I don't think definitely not the Brobots, because I think they were one of the best counters against twin laser turrets. Because they have the agility, they have the out thrusters. So as long as they can keep out of arc of the Y-wings or Hawks running twin laser turrets, they should be fine. What you really see is a decrease in the big ships, so the Decimators and the
Falcons, stuff like that.
And the Falcons. And I think still then you can win again with if you play good enough, you can win with a Falcon or Decimator against 4 twin laser turrets.
Yeah, that's the best thing about X-Wing for me. It's still a strategic game. You need to be on your game to win everything. Okay, so we're on turn 3 now, I think.
Yeah, it's turn 4, but we're shooting the third time.
Yeah, we're shooting for the third.
Yeah.
And the board has progressed in a way. Everything's scattered. The tides have went like, well, I go here, you go there, and
as you already said, the swarm has broken. The formation has broken.
Yeah, basically, of course, with 5 Obsidians, you don't have any hull runners, so there's no reason to fly information because of that. So you see, with the TIE fighters, because I have to move first, I just have to find a way I can fly away or K-turn without hitting any IG. And you can see I went with Soontir after IGB, hoping I could kill him. Well, that didn't work out.
Okay. Yeah, because it just had one more hull point. It must be a frustrating sight to see if it's still just one hull point flying around.
And here I'm trying to block IGC with tie number 4 and
number 2.
So I'm able to shoot with tie number 2.
Yeah.
Did you also notice? What I noticed at the tournament was, like you said, a lot of different builds. But in your estimation, was that an effect of a new wave being relatively new to the scene, or something that will become a bigger part of the game in itself?
No, also what I see from a couple of other tournaments I've played in the meantime, I think it'll stay. So at the tournament, definitely it was because of the new wave, and it was the first time. I think it was there for about a week, and the first time we could use it, so everyone was kind of unsure what they would be playing, what would be good and what not. But you still see the same.
Yeah. That makes total sense. I was actually very surprised too. Indeed, there weren't any Decimators, which surprised me to.
And in hindsight, I think people could have played them just as well.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people were maybe even bored with the Decimator. It's not the most fun ship to fly.
No, and I think players are bored when they see the same thing over and over again, and that was what was happening.
Exactly.
Well, you can see the IGC actually bumped on tie number 4. Yeah. So I should have 2 range 1 shots on IGC.
Well, at least 1, if 3 doesn't die first.
Yeah, of course. That's also the question. And I think with Soontir I just turtle up at range 3.
Yep. Get an extra evasion. So no hits on Or all evaded, actually. Yeah.
Yep.
So the number B shooting back at Suntir.
Probably.
So no damage on Suntir.
No.
That's good for the...
Yeah, and then he gets a
Stealth
target
effects.
lock and can shoot again. So it's
that's...
there's always the chance when shooting 2 times that.
Okay, yeah.
But
Thank-
here again, Outthruster saves soon here.
Yeah, other thrusters is a
Yeah,
great
we're
upgrade.
So the range 3
Yeah.
with 1. I think you really need both IGs with the gun ability to kill Suntir and do a
Okay.
couple of damage on them.
Yeah. Yeah, because if the stealth device is gone, it goes a lot quicker. So number C is shooting at number 2,
Yep.
I think, or 3.
I think at number 2, because I think number 2 is also damaged. No.
Uh,
Oh no, it's number 1.
Yeah, no one is damaged.
So I actually shoot at number 3, but
Yep.
but he already shot, and it looks like he missed.
Yep.
Because you're already shooting again.
Yeah, I see.
And if the C misses from that range, you're that's not good. That
No,
that's not
It
something you
should've-
want
it
to
should have
see.
done damage.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And we're already
Yeah.
moving again. We can see that you're going after the B. Probably very hard this time.
Yeah, I think this turn because
You don't want to K turn
No.
again. If you want to, you can go for the B instead of K turning. The C will come when it comes.
yeah, but this is also the time you want to really get one IG down.
Yeah.
Because that's and I think I've had 2 shots now or 3 shots with Sunter already to get it 1 hull off and it didn't go.
Good. Yeah.
So this really is just the 1 turn.
It should happen.
Yeah. And that's one fun thing you can also do with TIE fighters. You can switch targets. So it looks like you're engaging C, and then with their movement, they can all fly forward. And now,
They all join the party.
yep.
So the B is moving in, probably to kill at least 1 TIE before he goes down himself.
Yep. But
Are they bumped, the Suntir and the B, or
No, I think it's bumped on the 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's really great because you can still.
Yeah, but he still has to move it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
No, I'm not sure it bumped because I think there's a focus token as well there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Right. Okay, let's see what Suntir's gonna do.
It just...
Yeah, and Sunter is just this is just the safe move.
Yeah.
So with
So
a
you
bank you can pass him, you keep your tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way Jens is going to do a bank to the right from that position.
Exactly. Yeah. So you just choose the safe way to not get damage on Suntir.
Correct. And here I'm just moving and seeing if I can improve my position for movement next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you would play this list again, would you play it the same, or would you perhaps add some of the new TIE fighters, or...
Well, I'm actually thinking about 4 Zeta Squadron pilots instead of the Obsidians. So you can get 4 of those in. You've got 1 point less, so you got around 99 points.
Yeah.
Which actually helps you with your initiative bit, which can make a big difference when playing with Suntir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm not quite sure how I like flying with 1 less TIE fighter. So basically, you have 1 less TIE fighter and 1 less shot each turn.
Mm-hmm.
But therefore, you get netto 1 more hit point.
Yep.
So you've got 16 hit points against 15.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a better dial, and they can stay alive a little longer
Yeah.
and
yeah.
don't take the first crit you usually have a TIE fighter. So it's
Exactly.
I'm not. I don't know yet.
No, it's
It can be... you could, but there's also a possibility would just stay the same.
I think it's just a personal preference.
Yeah.
I probably think I'd rather fly with 5 Obsidians than with 4 Zeta Squadrons, but like I said, I want to try it out a couple of times first before I decide on anything.
And there went be. Finally, it took you...
Yeah, I think it took 1 fighter down with it, but there's no way with 4 TIE fighters.
Yeah.
It should go
So
down.
you had 4 TIE fighters to shoot at him. So yeah, that's.
Yeah, with 1 hull left.
Yeah, it should
And
have done that.
It actually took a lot with him.
Yeah, you still have to shoot like three TIE fighter.
Yeah.
So now it's just to see how is there a possibility that Jens can still win this one? What does he have to do to turn this around? Because he killed 2 TIE fighters versus one for basically the half of his fleet.
At this moment, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
So he has to kill things as soon as possible.
Yeah.
He has to make sure I have less things on the board.
Mm-hmm.
But still, if I have Suntir left and he has a IG left, there's still a pretty good chance Suntir should win.
Yeah.
So basically, Suntir or bust.
Yeah, basically. But then again, the problem with flying after Suntir is that a lot of times you don't have any shot.
No. He's agile. So.
Yep.
Slippery like an eel.
So here we see...
It's the IGC taking all the tokens,
Yep.
and Sunterfell moving out.
Yep, and I
Out
think...
of line of fire, I think.
Let me see what I'm doing with...
Probably a boost or...
Yep. So what I want to do now is get Suntir behind IGC. That's the
No,
goal.
no,
Because
no,
if I'm behind him, he can't shoot me and I can shoot him.
Exactly.
And then I should be able to finish him.
You use the ties to bump him, or you use the ties to do the damage?
Well, here a little bit of both.
Okay.
But I think we'll see next turn I used to bump them, if I remember correctly. So what basically happens is we both can move, we can both can boost.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to prevent, but I think that's more next turn, is that we're moving around an asteroid.
Yeah, exactly.
But here I'm just getting Sunti out of range and he'll get a shot at the TIE fighters. I get a couple of shots.
And he misses again with the range 1 shot, and that has to hurt.
Yeah.
Now here we're checking if I can
Hit him.
actually see him.
Yeah, I imagine that playing against Jens also makes those kinds of decisions a bit easier, because you would agree a bit sooner.
Yeah, really, and I think we both don't mind if the other wins.
No, that's the best thing about playing against friends. Huh?
So then the finals it's already a good day for us.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Is this also Jens' preferable list when you play against him, or?
no, he almost never plays IGs.
Okay.
We actually have the when we play against each other at home,
Mhm.
we're just trying out things, and we rarely play our tournament lists.
Okay.
And I think we've had several tournaments where just the day before we decide, okay, let's play this tomorrow.
Exactly. So what else are you doing as preparation for a tournament? You're of course building your list and doing stuff. Are there any?
Playing out. Well, this is.
Oh.
Let's talk about this turn
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
So here, both my TIE fighters are stressed, and the only thing I'm doing now is just
Mhm.
fly them in front of his IG to
Yep.
make him bump
Exactly.
and make sure. The logical way would be, I think, to do a remove and the next turn K turn shoot. But here, this is all just to get Sunti back in the game.
Yeah. To
So he doesn't go
take
anywhere.
care that the IG doesn't go anywhere, right? Yeah.
But what was your question again?
Sorry. Are there any preparations you do before a tournament like this, or?
Just playing a lot, and usually before a tournament, we try a couple of lists we would like to bring to the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
see if that works. And sometimes we take a look at what lists do we think will be good in this meta. Okay, let's practice against those lists.
Yeah.
What will
But
you see?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
do we think we'll see a lot? So we flew a couple of games with the 4-turn laser turret, see how that goes.
Yeah.
But usually we just try out things and
And I can imagine, knowing most players around, you kind of can guess what they will bring.
Yeah.
Some players you usually
Yeah.
know, like, well, he will play so and so. He will probably bring this.
from a couple of you know what they prefer, and of course you see there's a lot of information on the internet about X-wing.
Yeah.
So you can get a pretty good idea from that what are the competitive lists are at a certain time, and then you try to find something that works good against that.
So this turn is sees the IG-88C with just 3 hull points left. But he's the TIE fighters aren't really in a position to do any real bumping this turn. So, do you know what the IG is gonna do now if you're playing this match, or are you just setting him
I
up
assume he's going to go in the corner or do this, but I think this is the turn. One of the few turns I made a mistake.
Okay.
Because he's actually bumping against my TIE fighter, and when moving my TIE fighter, I just forgot what move Suntir had on his dial.
Ah, okay.
So what I intended first to do was do a 2 hard turn to the right, because I thought he would K-turn. And after that I thought, no, if he doesn't do that, I can better do a 2 bank, and I'll either fly against him or not. But kind of forgot the TIE fighter would be in the way.
Okay, yeah.
But in the end, it does look like this was kind of a lucky bump.
This was well.
As far as if you would have passed it, you would have been on his. He would have had
I would have been in front of him, but still, then you've got Suntir with tokens.
Yeah. He would have died the first.
Even if he does a damage, he won't die.
No.
If I'm unlucky here, and now I don't think Jens has a shot at me, so I'm kind of lucky. But if he does have a shot and I'm there without any tokens, then I'm in a lot worse position.
So you want to have tokens instead of being.
Yeah, even because you got the 4 agility dice with the stealth device.
Yeah.
But
you will survive even if you just take 1 damage.
Exactly.
Yeah. Usually you will survive. You always have the freak roll where you roll nothing.
Of course, and of course you always have. You prefer to stay out of arc. That's always true.
But this does look like it does set your plan back at least 1 turn.
Yeah.
Because.
In the end, I think. Jens again is slow moving.
Yeah, probably to get just.
Well, he knows as well if he just K-turns and I move in, I can shoot at him again, and even perhaps get out of arc.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think I fly into him again. Yeah, but that's the real advantage of having only 1 opponent left.
Yeah.
The bumping with Suntir is a lot less of an issue.
Exactly.
Because if you bump him, he can't shoot at you.
No, can't shoot anything. No.
And his other friend isn't around anymore.
So it really changed the way how you play with Suntir, 1 versus 1 against.
Because bumping is not a bad thing anymore because he can't shoot you. Yeah. So you don't need the tokens.
No, so if you bump now, I can do like a 1 turn, which I usually can't do. I can do a better move.
Yeah. So the TIE fighters are moving in, maybe to finish the job.
So now I'm just trying to concentrate as much as possible on the single IG.
I'm getting shots on the IG.
But he still has to move, so if they have a shot, it will be range 3, and probably won't do a lot. Well, that TIE fighter is just getting out of the way.
Because that's the thing when I fly with TIE fighters. Always, I don't like it. They have just two shots. Is there something you don't mind that at all? Flying 5 ships with 2 shots, or is always in range 1? Or
it's 5 ships, so you get a lot of shots.
Still 10 shots,
And at range 1, you've got a 3 attack die, which should be fine. The only problem is things like IGs, interceptors with auto-thrusters.
Yeah.
That's the point at which you will not do anything at range 1.
No.
You really have to be lucky to even do a damage at range 3. You really have to be lucky to do any damage at range 3.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's...
This is quite nicely maneuvered from Jens. Going around
going around the asteroid.
Around the asteroid in such a nice fashion.
No, and he has to get a shot at Suntir.
Yeah.
I think I just park him in front of him.
As long as you get a shot as well.
And just turtle up. I actually thought about trying to get out of arc here, but in the end, we're missing the planning phase here, but we were actually playing a lot of turns pretty fast.
Okay,
At one point, we just wanted to get it done and
yeah.
And go home.
Because by this time you had played 8 matches and it's 11
Yeah.
o'clock, if I remember correctly. So yeah.
Yeah,
here you get the shooting.
Alright, didn't that bother you at some point, like mental fatigue? Because I can imagine that such a big list does require a lot of.
It's the reason why
manpower.
I played 2 ship lists in the regionals, for example.
Okay.
I prefer it. I actually played one regional with a TIE Swarm, but it really you have to think more each turn,
Exactly.
and usually your games take longer to play.
Yeah.
So there are more games you play until the end, and that of course has an effect.
You can take less rest and
Yeah, so that's it can be a reason to play a list or not, but in general, well, Jens and I are used to playing pretty fast anyway.
Yeah.
So and of course, playing a lot with the same list can help.
Exactly. You're gonna do more on a automatic approach. Yeah.
So here Jens decides to go over the rock again.
Hit him twice.
Yeah.
And you're gonna try to put Suntir ready for next turn.
That's correct.
If that is even needed
Well,
in the end.
No, but that's of course you're always going to try and get.
Yeah,
yeah.
never gonna exactly. No, not in the finals. So IG versus 3 TIE fighters, which are all in line of sight, I think.
Not sure about
Maybe number 4 is,
but
Yeah, and I think number 1 is facing the wrong way, so I think I.
okay. Just a one.
oh yeah, number
I-
2 can from range 1.
The first to IG at the number 2 probably.
Yeah, but I think I roll a blanket to focus.
And that
Yep.
was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he
this is
shot
gone.
at number 1. That's quite.
He just wanted to kill ships, I think.
Yeah, and that's what he should do.
Yeah.
So at this point, with 2 hull, you have to take risks, and
Yeah.
you have to take more risks than you would.
And you would
Otherwise
just
do.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was it again.
Yep.
So again, nothing and 1 tie gone.
Yeah, so if you can keep this up, then
Keeping up. Well, you have to keep up the pressure.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing this for 3 or 2 turns now, so that's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And what the point is, what you always have to try to do is get a lot of shots in 1 turn.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if I fly 1 tie, shoot him, and then the next turn the other tie, and then they're not going to win.
No. You need them all at the right
Because
place.
with a token and only 2 shots, you won't do a lot.
Exactly. Yeah.
So here Jens creating distance. He knows with auto thrusters he can pretty much save all shots.
Yeah.
You can nullify most. If something hits, it's like
Yeah.
1 shot or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, with 2 hull points, that's still
That's
dangerous.
a big difference.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So here we're moving again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I actually don't remember this this turn.
Okay, I'll see what's happened. So to focus on the TIE fighters.
Yeah, but I think Jens will just be flying around the asteroid. In the meantime, I actually had a couple of Jens templates on my side of the table.
he just used the K turn.
Yep.
And
Okay.
actually just stayed on the table, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
That-
No, what we've learned in the meantime is that we're already pretty good at guessing the distances. So
Yeah.
That's experienced.
Yeah.
it's happened before.
The most experienced players barely fly off the tables.
Yeah.
So see if you can get out of fire line.
Oh, I remember again. So again, I'm trying to get behind C with Suntir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I rolled 2 blanks and a hit. That's not enough to.
No.
Well, it was almost enough, but. Now, that's the one downside of Suntir. He doesn't have a target or anything.
No,
So you're.
no, true.
There are a lot of times you think you're in a good position to shoot, and then you roll like 3 blanks and a hit, or
And is the targeting computer an option for him, or is the...
No, not compared to what. You would
the
either have to
stealth
take
device.
stealth device or ultras off.
Yeah,
And you want to keep both.
Yeah, true.
The first thing you want is that Soontir stays alive.
Exactly.
Yeah. And of course, the new ties do have
They do.
have target locks, but that's a TIE fighter still.
Yeah, it could make a difference.
Yeah.
Most of the time you can pretty much guess what someone will shoot. If you've got two TIE fighters left and one is on one hull, they shoot the one on one hull.
Exactly.
So that can be a reason to take a target lock with the other one if he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah.
Because you know he won't get shot this turn. And the other way around, you're making it more favorable for your opponent to shoot the one TIE fighter which has full hull. Which can also lead to the other TIE fighter surviving more.
Yeah, true.
You're giving your opponent a harder choice.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Still.
And if he goes for a TIE fighter with target lock, fine with me. I've got one more TIE fighter left on the board.
Exactly, yeah.
And in the meantime, TIE number 4 has lost a hull point, but otherwise, still, business as usual, I'd say.
Yeah, nothing. I think my TIE fighters don't do anything as well on the IG. I think I don't know if anyone counted the turns, but I think we easily passed 20 turns or something.
Something
I
like that.
think we're in turn 12, 13. We did at least we did the last 4 turns just flying around the board mostly.
Yeah.
But it's now it's become more of a cat and mouse game between the ties and the IG. It's like who will get where first. And well, you clearly have the advantage, but sometimes things happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's lining up for another shots on the... Oh no, sorry.
No, he's just flying away, getting
Just
to range
flying.
3 again.
Just getting him
So if you're playing IGs, you really want to be at range 3 because you still have your cannon, so the other player doesn't get his range 3 bonus when you shoot at him.
Nope.
And you get your out thrusters and your additional die.
Yeah, which is great against TIE fighters.
Yep.
Even against Soontir with just 3 dice.
Yeah, when Soontir shoots you, it's 3 against 4, and you've got now he has the evade token and he has the for the boost
And it's like the and.
Yeah.
it just counts up.
Yeah, so many tokens on the guy. So the TIE fighters have some trouble getting in range of the IG-88, or...
Yeah, what you see is you get a range 1 shot, and the turn after you'll have a lot of distance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then you're spending a couple of more turns flying around.
To get that range 1 shot again.
Correct. And that's with the IGs, with their moves, the big base and the boost, they can cover a lot of distance in 1 turn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember the first time I saw one. I think I was actually playing you or Jens.
Yeah, I think I was playing them when they just came out.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll just go 2 forward, and they were in my face. And I was like,
no, I remember actually because Jens and I counted out. You've got a certain distance you get to cover before you can shoot. So we knew, okay, if we're flying TIE fighters and they line up at range 1 of the map, and you do a 3-4 and a boost, you can always shoot at them.
That's crazy.
At range 3, and you got 2 range 3 shots, and with their range 3 shots against you, they won't do anything. So we actually, so you were setting them up at range 1. I think, okay, well, let's just go opposite to them and see how this works out.
And I was like, is this happening?
You didn't do your homework there, did you now?
Oh, I rarely do. Then again, it opened my eyes to what raw power they can have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I really like them. They move really different from all other ships in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're agile, big ships, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, and they have the arcs, so it's not that it's easy to fly them.
No.
You have to make sure to do enough damage. You have to make sure you've got enough shots.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you still have only 2 ships you play with.
Yeah, which aren't the most resilient ships out there. It's not like a decimator or.
And how do you feel
Limit.
about the lists? You faced one, I think, in the quarterfinals where there's one IG and the rest, well, like C95 supporting it. I'm not too big a fan, but how do you feel about that? Because
Well, the title they have is a really good ability, so I would never play them without a second one.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the end, the ability of IG88B is really good, and the other ones are okay. So yeah, I'm not sure you're missing it.
No.
it's more like you have two with a gunner, a pseudo gunner,
Yeah.
instead of one, and well, the other, like the A, C, and D abilities are they're nice bonuses.
Yeah, that's correct.
And another turn where we've done basically, well, nothing.
Oh, this is the cat and mouse game of the finals.
Yeah,
All
and I think
preparing
we've
for the
already had a
nationals.
couple of turns where it could have been finished,
Yeah,
and sometimes.
dice rolling. Yeah.
But that's also the point with flying TIE fighters. That goes against you and it's in favor of you. You can save a lot, but then again, you can also do not a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly.
And probably, especially for you, you're trying not to lose it. You can only win from here.
No.
Or no, well,
No,
you
I
can
can
basically
lose.
lose from here. You have it very much in your control,
Yeah,
and you have to make a bit more like the safe choices.
exactly.
No, that's correct.
Good.
And
Three or four shots.
Jens
of
is the one that has
IG.
to play aggressively.
He only can win from here. He has 2 hull points left against your, well, 8.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
And
So here I'm trying to get into range with Suntir, but this never works.
No,
Basically, if you try to
you're always trying. Oh, yeah.
if you try to barrel roll and boost, you always overshoot.
Yeah.
But still, you're in a better position for next turn. So
Exactly. Small turn and you
Nope,
have.
I can't see him.
That's it.
So here Jens is shooting my TIE fighter.
using his target lock for 3 hits.
Number 2.
And I actually think they were all blank and 2 evades.
So I think he gets 1 damage, yeah.
Yeah. And those are 3 hits.
TIE fighter number 2
Yep.
shooting.
And
I
that,
think here's the
Yeah.
yeah,
again.
actually the TIE Fighter number 4 finished the deal.
Yeah, it's like an anticlimax.
Well, it's really interesting how to see you maneuver
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Well, Frans, congratulations
Yeah,
on
you
winning the
won this,
Nationals.
Thanks,
Exactly,
thanks.
yeah.
How does it feel?
Well, it feels pretty good. Was kind of a pressure after the regional season to perform well in the nationals. And the preliminaries, so the Swiss rounds, didn't go that well. So I was kind of lucky to make the cut.
Yeah.
Really
yeah,
glad I made that one.
Exactly.
And from the cut, it's just see how far you get. And after we made the semifinals, and actually we got a regular group playing in Utrecht, where I come from. And I think three of us were in the top 4, so we already had a good day. And then playing Jens in the finals,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Great.
that was really really great.
Well, congratulations! Thank you for joining us and commenting on the match. And well, good luck in the in the bigger games in the UK for the United States. Sorry.
Thanks, thanks.
And well, till next time.